Okay, now allow me take you through on how we can edit the receipt so that whenever you print it out, it has all the information of your shop. Now for us to do that, we are going to press on the set key button. This is where we open up the settings. So I press on the set key button once. Then the same set key button I'll use to scroll down to option 4. Option 4 is set. Scroll down to option 4, gently like that. Option 4, once I'm there, okay, I'll enter into option 4 by pressing the cash key. On that page, I'll have to scroll down again using the set key button, down until I see receipt set. I go down, receipt set. Here is my receipt set, that is option 4 in that page. Now in receipt set, we are going to enter by pressing cash key, and then we'll see it will give us options like print head logo, print tail logos, print. We set the messages and we set the head messages and the tail messages as indicated. Now, in this scenario, we have to activate first printing logos. In case we have logos, you have logo, we can insert logo using maybe flash disk or a computer to the scale. Once you have inserted that logo, we'll update by activating the head logo so that it will print head logo and the tail logo as well. In case that your company has a tail logo, we first upload it, then using a flash disk or a computer, we upload it into the scale. Now, let us now go to setting of messages, the set head message, that is option 3. We enter into settings of head messages. Now, in this setting of head messages, it normally gives us 5 index. 5 index, by that I mean 5 fields. The first line, the second line, third, up to 5th line. So in this scenario, we're going to assign the first index by pressing on number 1, that is the first index, the first line on the topmost, for example 1, and then enter. So I've pressed 1, then I'll give it a message, head message. Now the particular message itself, I'll proceed by typing the particular message for heading 1. Now, in this case, let me assume that it is Scales Technology Solution. I'll proceed by typing on the hotkey pad, scales, and then we have a spacing button in between words is SP number 54, pad, here it is indicated SP. To give a space between words, press on it once, and then Scales Technology. I proceed. Technology, maybe it's okay like that. It depends with the name of your company. I can leave it at that point. That is the name of my company. Once I'm satisfied with that, I'll proceed by saving that by pressing on enter key button. That I've set the first line. Now the second line, I'll again enter into that setting of the head message. I proceed by pressing on the cash key, and then I assign index number 2. Because index number 1 I've already entered the name of the company, I move to index number 2. In that case, that is the second line, enter. Then index number 2, already I can see here it has a default number. This is a telephone number of a company. In this case, maybe I can decide to input maybe my PO box location for this company, PO box. In this case, let me use my company box number, PO box 131, like that. So that is my company PO box number, and then I can proceed by saving that by pressing on enter key. Then again, maybe I want now to assign maybe the location itself in Nairobi. Let me call it Nairobi, or maybe a number. Then again, I'll continue on the same set head message. I press on enter, and then I assign index 3 now. That is line 3 in that case. Line 3, enter. I can see by default it is Nairobi. I can decide to change the location based on where my company is located. Let me just use Nairobi in that case. It is already set, Nairobi. And then once it is there, I can now save it. Now let me go to setting the tail message. That is the message that appears below, beneath the last messages that normally appear below the receipt. So normally you get that in most receipts, they normally state things like thank you for shopping or welcome again. Let me now go and we set one. Scroll down to set tail message, and then you enter by pressing the cash key button. It only has, in this case, it only has two fields, that is 2 lines. So first line, I assign number 1, okay? By default, it is thanks for shopping. Let me say welcome again. In my case, I want to rewrite my statement by saying welcome again. Once you're done, you save by pressing cash enter key. My receipt is now set and ready to print. Now I have to activate the mode, the head and the tail. So I will scroll up by using V3 button. It's a scroll up button. Let me scroll to activate print head. I enter. Currently it is at no, you can see. So I have to activate it to be yes, so that whenever I print it out, it will come up with all the information of the head and the information of the tail. I have to activate by saying yes, okay. And then also I activate print tail logo. Here I scroll to number 2, enter, and then I activate by pressing on yes. So the receipt, once I'll be doing my sale, I'm going to do one sale so that we see how the receipt will look like. Okay, now guys, here we go. I go back to my home screen by pressing on the escape key button. And now here we are. You can see on the screen already V1 is active, vendor V1. That means that we can work with V1 to do this sale so that we can see how the receipt will look like. So here is my mango. Place your mango on the scale, and that mango of mine is reading 2 kgs. Then press on mango, here is mango. Mango is being sold in pieces. So this is 1 piece of mango. Suppose maybe there are 2 or 3 mangoes, we can multiply. By that we do by, you multiply the quantity by pressing on the quantity. Once you press on the quantity keypad, and then you multiply by the total number of pieces that you are selling. Because mangoes are being sold in pieces, I'll multiply by 5. I'm selling, let me assume that I'm selling 5 pieces of mangoes. In that case, enter. Once I've entered that, I confirm using V1 because V1 is the one who is supposed to be selling. As you can see, it is blinking on the screen. Confirm. 5 pieces of mango at 80 shillings each. Total price is going to be 400 shillings. It has computed that price. So let me proceed and print out the receipt and see how the receipt looks like. Press on the cash enter key. This is our receipt. Nice.